Hello.
Hello.
And we prepared a couple of questions for you.
So first of all, can we ask, why did you decide to move to Czech Republic?
I didn't. I was forced.
By whom?
Well, if I say that, then it could cause problems for you.
Doesn't matter.
I was forced to come because one of my good friends from university had moved here, and the only way I could see him was if I actually come here. So technically, he forced me to visit him here. So that was why I first came to the Czech Republic.
All right, interesting.
How was your breakfast?
I don't eat breakfast.
You don't eat breakfast?
Unless I make it like pancakes or something like that. But typically I do not eat breakfast.
So you just wake up and go?
Yep.
And then you wait till lunch?
Yes.
Aren't you hungry?
You are looking very tasty right now, Joachim.
Did you have your lunch yet?
No, I did have my lunch, but no, for years, rarely ever eat breakfast, except maybe on the weekends when I make pancakes or something like that.
All right. What would you say is your favorite food from the Czech cuisine?
Do you have the Fifth Amendment here? Can I plead the Fifth?
It's not an interrogation.
Well, I don't want to incriminate myself in any way. My favorite entry into the Czech cuisine. What's my favorite?
You can say more than one.
What if I have none?
You don't like the Czech cuisine?
I'm not a huge fan of Czech cuisine. When I first came here, I did enjoy svíčková, but it's quite a heavy meal. So I do enjoy it, but it's something that I can only have like every so often. Yeah, it's very good if it's done right, because there's also bad versions out there.
Of course.
I would say that it's good. No, I don't. I'm pretty picky about what I eat.
So what do you like?
To eat?
Yes.
Well, I spend time in a lot of different countries, and I also spent time living and growing up in California, where there was a lot of people from all around the world. So I guess I was very influenced by Thai and Japanese cuisine. So I would say that's definitely sushi is one of my favorite things to eat. Yeah.
Great choice.
And I enjoy actually trying to make sushi myself. So
You should go to Peter's mother sometime. She makes great
Does
sushi.
she? Okay. All right. Well, I'm waiting for the invite, Peter.
Okay. I'll say to her.
Yeah.
So, apart from traveling, what do you do in your free time?
Sit in random events with students, like podcasts, getting asked questions. That's my free time right now. No, my free time is spent mostly on working. Unfortunately, yes. So working, or sometimes reading, sometimes playing music, and hiking. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever thought of writing a book?
A book, no.
Like something?
But I've written several short stories, and I've written film scripts because I studied film in university and creative writing, so I did do a fair amount of writing. But writing a novel, no. It's such an arduous task. So short stories, yes. Poetry, things like that. I had a short story published once in a magazine, a teen magazine, about the time I went bungee jumping. So, yeah. This is pre-internet, so good luck trying to find it on the internet. So,
Right.
Oh.
yeah.
Have you ever, showed it to someone,
I'm not even sure where it is. This is the age of, let's see, I was probably about 15. So I'm pretty sure I actually wrote it on a typewriter.
Wow.
So I'm not sure if I even still have a copy of it somewhere, or the magazine for that matter. So, yeah. But a novel, no. But short stories, yeah.
You said you played music.
I do. I play guitar, drums, bass. I mess around a little bit on piano and a few other random instruments.
Were you ever in a band?
Several times. Yeah. Why, are you interested? Should we start a band together?
I think it wouldn't be that bad of an idea. Why not?
We could do it. What do you play, Peter?
I play the piano.
There you go. Yaku.
I play on a launch pad.
That's fine. That works. There we go. All right. So when's our first gig, fellas?
I think.
How about tomorrow, maybe?
Okay, we could do
yeah.
it. All right.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
I think that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, how long have you had a dog, and will you ever bring him to school?
I will bring him again, and I know I keep promising to bring him again. How long have I had this particular dog?
Yes.
Mikey. Mikey we got, and I literally picked him up, I think, a couple days before they closed the borders before COVID hit. So I got really lucky just in 2020. Because he was basically kind of like a rescue dog. Basically, they were going to get rid of him into a dog kennel, or like a pound. I don't know what you call it here, where animals go when they're not wanted.
Just a shelter.
Shelter of some kind, yeah. And so, most of the dogs I've had in my life have been shelter dogs. So I feel really lucky we got him. So 4 years, I guess, going on 4 years, yeah.
Do you like beer?
Sometimes. I don't actually drink much in general. So, beer is one of those things that I sometimes like. If I do have it, definitely it has to be around people that I like to be around. So, yeah, I feel like it's a kind of libation you have that should be shared. Yeah. So it's not something I drink often by myself.
But have you got a favorite one?
A favorite beer?
Yeah.
Guinness probably is one of my favorites. I also like IPAs, some porters. Like, darker beers are great for wintertime, particularly Guinness or porters. Lighter beers like lagers or pilsners, warmer months, things like that. I guess I'm a seasonal connoisseur. So, yeah.
All right.
What is your favorite song?
I can't answer that. There's too many. It really depends on the mood I'm in. There might be songs that I listen to when I'm being sentimental. Like, I grew up with both my parents were musicians and were very much connoisseurs of music of the time or their generation. So, I mean, it's not uncommon for me to play in my car at any given time something older like the Beatles to something newer like, I don't know, Kendrick Lamar. Like, I run the gamut. I'll listen to just about any style of music if it's good.
And so, like, if you were to pick a few artists, maybe?
A few artists that I really like. What am I really into lately? It changes, but I would say that there are some artists that I really have a tremendous amount of respect for and often will listen to. But it really depends. I really enjoyed the soundtrack to the latest Spider-Verse film, animated film, produced by Metro Boomin. So that, like, last year when the film came out, I was very much listening to that. Just recently I was listening to the Kid Cudi album Man on the Moon, I think 3. Before that I was listening to What was I listening to? Oh, I was listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who was one of my favorite bands from when I was younger, who I used to see quite often live in concert, to SZA. So runs the gamut, guys. I'm not somebody that's very good at telling you this is my favorite artist, this is my favorite song. I have so many favorite artists and favorite songs depending on when I just want to hear that song. Which is great that now you have something like Spotify that you can listen to it, or Apple Music. Actually, I have that. I can just pull it up at any time. So,
You got a favorite season, please?
a favorite season,
Yeah, like time of the year.
time of the year. I've always been a fan of autumn. I like the changes and changing colors.
That's great.
Yeah.
If you were to run a drug cartel, where would that be?
Like, where in the world would I run
Yes, anywhere.
it? Definitely not somewhere where there's already a lot of competition. So, I would try and find a market that just hasn't been tapped yet, or there's nobody that's gonna, cut my throat, shoot at me unsuspectingly. So, I don't know. I'd probably go somewhere like Oklahoma. I have a feeling there just aren't a lot of really violent criminals in Oklahoma, but I could be wrong. Maybe, I don't know. Ohio, definitely not. I don't know. Chesky Krumov. I don't think there's a lot of criminals there. That might be a great place to start a new criminal organization.
Actually, did you know that I believe
Is it?
Czechia has like the most meth labs in the
Yeah.
world?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But are
do.
they violent competitors? That's what you really need to think about. So, yeah. So, yeah, obviously, you don't want to go to an oversaturated market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we actually do have a lot of them.
Yeah, we do.
Do you know
Yeah,
how
actually.
they find that stuff out, though?
Nope. Do you?
Yeah, they actually they treat or test the water, the treated water, and they determine what's the level of certain types of drugs in the wastewater system, and that's how they can usually tell, or those types of chemicals. That's usually how they can tell whether or not people are using those particular chemicals, or there's a high usage of the particular drug. So a lot of people don't know this. So
Thank you.
yeah. So
Thank you.
in case you guys are
Yeah.
wait, are you guys trying to be my competitors? Because
No.
I'll take you out. Right.
Ah,
Well,
Okay.
we do have a lot of advice from a lot of teachers.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure.
yeah, all of you seem to disagree with each other. I believe Mr. Projanka wanted to have it somewhere either in Asia or North Africa to try to bridge, like, grow it in Africa where there aren't such strict regulations,
Mm.
and they port it to Europe or in Asia where apparently
Yeah,
I'm not.
I think Mr. Kastner said he would go on an island in like Indonesia because
Okay.
no one would get him there.
But getting the materials there might be hard.
Maybe he would just like be there and the cartel would actually be somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for coming to our interview.
Mhm.
We appreciate it.